Is there an actual scent for success? We think we've found one as we get ready for the final steps in constructing this office space. I'm Kalyn Rothaus, and that's me and my first building project and my first power lunch. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted to be a designer. And now here I am, creating functional and fabulous spaces. This is my client, Mark Alfieri, founder and chairman of Brandstar, and that's Carmen, his chief operating officer. They've asked me to take this building and turn it into a modern and efficient workspace. It's going to be a challenge, but in the end, the new space will be functional and most definitely be fabulous. As our 90-day construction deadline gets closer, we're revving up the pace. Our last show was dedicated to the electronics and technology of the boardroom. We saw some amazing projectors and screens installed, and a corporate messaging channel for the employees. And now we're ready to add some style to my design. So I'm really excited about this next phase of construction, the reception area. It's the first thing you see when you enter the space, and I really want it to be special. Right now, we have this very asymmetrical entryway, and my vision is to create some asymmetry with a reception desk that will anchor the room. Now, I wanted the reception desk to be this big volume of stone that creates a grand sense of arrival, and I feel the design leads you right there. A big tall desk that drops on the side for ADA compliance, with a video wall behind it to introduce guests to the multimedia world of Brandstar. I decided to work with COMPAC because their quartz material was such a strong and durable material with a beautiful finish. I had already utilized this stone in the kitchen on the countertops and the backsplash, but I wanted to create a consistency throughout the building, and I knew this was the right material for the reception desk. So once again, I've decided to work with custom furniture expert Eric Arnold of Arnold Contract. Eric did an outstanding job building the 2 Korean conference tables for our boardrooms. So when he was here a couple months ago, I also asked him to help handcraft our reception desk in stone.
Kalyn had a vision for the reception area. She sent us specifications for the stone and the Korean and the laminate that she wanted to use. We incorporated that into our final design.
So needless to say, Eric is the perfect choice to help bring my vision to life, first on paper and then ultimately in stone. When the large boardroom was being put together, I wanted it to be a showcase for the latest technology. But I also wanted it to be a place to comfortably seat up to 70 people, where everyone could experience the technology and be part of the company meetings. So I designed the conference room with risers in the back, a series of steps on which chairs could be placed for formal meetings, and then removed for more casual meetings. When Mark showed me his old boardroom, I knew I wanted to design something with a similar layout, but this one is his boardroom on steroids. So it meant looking for theater-style seats, and that's when I came across Maurizio Olarte Sr. and Jr., the father-son team of designers from SERIES Seating. They specialize in public seating, and their seats have been installed in over 50 countries.
A lot of prototyping, doing drawings until we find the right answers. The way she described the project, I thought this was a very unique project.
When I first sat down with Maurizio, it was really important for him to understand what I was trying to achieve in this space. I told him I wanted a chair that was flexible, movable, small enough to fit multiple in a row, and I also wanted something that looked good and was modern and contemporary. There's one additional element that I wanted to consider in my design concept, and that's air quality. I came across a company called Air Aroma, and I've called Carly Fowler and Lauren Boothby to come over to our offices and create with us our signature scent for the new space.
So we're really excited to present some fragrance options for Brandstar.
So it was important that Mark, the founder of Brandstar, and his COO, Carmen, were part of the test team to choose that subtle but special scent mixture that would represent this multimedia company.
So what we'll be doing is, as we go through each of these fragrance notes, we'll smell and you can pass them along.
Carly and Lauren presented us with a host of fragrances, that are associated with these core values.
We have a creative element, we have an energetic element, positivity and confidence. We felt like those were the main values that really kind of represent you guys.
I think initially, as you and I had spoken about the fragrance, you had told me that sandalwood promotes productivity, creative
environments.
Oh, I love this. I've had a great time with this process. It's been a load of fun. I never thought I'd have so much fun picking a scent.
One of my biggest concerns when designing this office space is sound. You always have to consider acoustics when you're designing, and I really wanted to put a decorative material in the reception area and conference rooms that would help with sound. I already had the ceiling from Armstrong and the sound masking system from Dynasound, but I also wanted to create another acoustic barrier. So back when we were first preparing for the installation of the conference rooms, I found David Hamlin from Submaterial. He introduced me to a material you might never associate with construction, but offered all the benefits of sound design and style. I'm talking about felt.
Well, felt's been around for a long time as a construction material. The way it's being integrated into environments now has changed a lot because it's no longer just sold as a bulk good. There are actually processed products like we're creating at Submaterial that allow people to use it in a really beautiful and flexible way that wasn't available to them even just a couple of years ago. I like to think that Submaterial was one of the first companies to introduce a modular wall system that incorporated wool felt as a facing material.
I knew that it would add a real acoustic value to the project, especially in the boardroom and the main reception area. This product is really interesting because it's a wool felt, a felt as you'd know, and then the backer is cork, which is also good for acoustics.
The combination of the wool felt with the cork backing on our product and the dimensional surface creates a really great sound softening quality. So if you're going to choose something for a feature wall because of the texture, this actually gives you another layer of design capability because it's actually adding an additional layer of acoustic softening to your project.
So with Submaterial providing us the felt facing material and our own Ryan doing the installation, I watched how easily this material was able to transform our reception and conference room space for both sound and style.
Well, the installation of our product is actually very easy. The intention is that we want it to get up on the wall as quickly as possible and to stay as permanently as possible. What we're recommending is a heavy-duty wall covering adhesive that's generally applied to the wall only with a roller. And once you've got that tacky, you can just press your tiles right into it.
It was like a 1, 2, 3 installation. Ryan had this wall finished in less than 6 hours. So when David Hamlin came to see the final result, I was anxious to show him how his felt material had transformed our workspace and entryway.
We get to the reception area, and the reason that I really wanted to use your product here was for, number one, for sound, number two, for its style, and then when this is your main entry, this is your first impression, it's your focal point. So when someone walks into the room, they're looking at a video wall and also this texture. And I love the felt because people don't know what it is. You know, they immediately want to touch it because they're like, what is this stuff? So, and I think it makes a really beautiful impact in this space.
I think David was as impressed as I was with these new wall spaces of felt. Or maybe it was the news of how fast Ryan could install it.
We always like to suggest that two men working together could install a wall this size in a single day. I have to admit I was surprised to learn that one guy working alone installed it in 6 hours. So that's pretty great.
So while we're talking about all this technology and sound design that's integrated in this large boardroom, let's not forget about another important element that was added: color. So while all this construction was underway, I met with artist Piero Manrique of Manrique Mural Art and Design. His company specializes in matching art with the work environment.
When Kalyn first called, she wanted something interesting and something fun, so bring some color into the conference room. And the challenge was really what to create.
I wanted to create something custom, special, and unique for their main boardroom. And so what would be better than to create a custom canvas with their signature logo on it?
The idea was to really integrate the logo with an artistic background. I had a great time painting it. It was very exciting to see how the design came to life.
It's fantastic.
I think it's more amazing. I mean, it just gives the room so much life.
I agree.
I don't know, it's on color.
It was in dire need of some color.
It was just very uplifting painting as just creating it. So that's what I hope for. I mean, I guess that's what the whole company of Brandster is all about, just having this good energy.
Coming up, the installation of this grand entrance in stone. So after manufacturing a series of chairs to fit my design, the shipment of theater seats arrived at the boardroom for installation on the set of risers. So this is the first chair that you've produced in this line.
Right.
They're beautiful. And I selected a custom fabric, which I think is very pretty.
It looks beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, we're very happy with your selection. These chairs work better in this space because they're very space efficient. My understanding is that you were moving from a bigger space to a smaller space, so this is a perfect match.
Another feature about this chair in particular that I was really excited about was the flexibility of being able to remove them all, stack them so that they're much smaller when you store them, and then the risers are clear so we can get cushions and much more casual seating for a board meeting. I definitely need a driver's license.
You have all the features in this product. You have a stackable chair, high density because you can put a lot together. You have foam to make them very comfortable. And you have the seat that lifts up but with gravity, so there's weight here, so you don't have any springs to bring the chairs up.
And they're very clean.
And then all your covers are changeable. So you have a zipper back here, and you have under the back also a system that snaps in.
It's very nice, it's very concealed. You don't even see your zipper at all.
So you eventually can change all the covers.
If somebody spills coffee all over it in a meeting.
Or if you get tired of the color.
From these seats, everyone will have a great view of all the technology for training, board meetings, or just motivational speeches.
They came out great.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I feel honored to be the first to have them in a project.
COMPAC has finished cutting the quartz, and Arnold has completed the fabrication of the reception desk. And now the trucks have arrived with the materials. Needless to say, it's no small undertaking to carry this desk and a slab of stone into the reception area for installation.
The product is brought into the site, lined up based off of the shop drawings that we have approved by the designer. And then we assemble the furniture. The millwork desk is leveled and plumbed, and then the stone is applied to the desk. With every installation, there are certain hiccups that we encounter, and that's just due to field conditions. It's why you hire the right people to do the job to deal with those hiccups.
Thanks to the work of Eric Arnold and his custom furniture team, my design vision for a grand entrance reception area has come to fruition. With the theater seats in place on the risers, it was also important to find the right seating for the large conference table in the boardroom. And for this, I wanted a swivel chair. I also wanted to introduce a little bit of sparkle in the furniture, something unconventional to add some excitement to the workplace. And I found what I was looking for when I met Gary Chin, the president of Dauphin Furniture.
Well, when Kalyn described her project, first off, we were big smiles because she got it. She knew exactly what she was trying to accomplish, which is the business that we're in. And then the simple part was to choose what pieces, what components, what furniture styles would fit into what her design was going to be.
These offerings of seating comfort are as varied as the spaces they will occupy. This included swivel chairs for the large conference table in the boardroom, for which I chose beautiful metallic upholstery to add a little sparkle and sheen in the conference room.
Well, our conference room chairs, and there's going to be quite a few of them in this particular room, was designed so that it would have a sleek profile. So the seats obviously are very comfortable, they're ergonomic so that you can adjust them but they're also very contemporary looking because there's a lot of polished aluminum.
I had also designed soft seating in the reception area and executive offices.
So what's the most annoying thing when I'm in a waiting room? Not being able to find an outlet to charge my device. So I found a solution from Dauphin, which actually integrates the technology into the furniture, allowing me to charge my device while I wait. It's multitasking at its finest.
Where do I plug in? That's what I'm looking for, is where's the juice? So our lounge furniture has USB ports and electric sockets already built into them.
As soon as we installed this high-tech furniture in the reception room and executive offices, I could feel both spaces light up. It's new, unique, and different, not to mention it's really functional to have furniture that has a dual purpose.
Technology rules everything, and needless to say, technology changes quite a bit. I think Kalyn's done a very good job of anticipating what the needs will be for the next few years and also anticipating the future.
We're almost done with construction and everything is coming together so nicely.
So once Air Aroma and its perfume team had finalized its signature scent for Brandstar, the scent machine is simply hooked up to the ductwork and runs through our air conditioning system.
The technology that we'll be using is a cold air diffusion, and basically what we're doing with the cold air diffusion system is you're breaking down a liquid fragrance into a dry microscopic mist, and that's being then injected through your HVAC system. So you get this really even and consistent spread in a space. You don't see the technology, so it doesn't interfere with the look and feel of the aesthetics of the environment.
It's a very subtle scent, but I think the employees will find that it helps energize the workspace and make them even more productive. And I know Mark agrees. He loved the scent machine so much, he wanted a portable scent unit for his own office.
The fact that you can come to work every day and something in the environment makes you feel better, gives you higher energy. And I think that these ladies in this company, they nailed it as far as what we're trying to accomplish.
Mark definitely embraced the concept. He was really excited about the idea, and he really, I think, enjoyed that creative aspect of being able to smell what a brand smells like.
I love everything. I love the reception desk. I love the furniture. I love the functionality.
When I first met Mark, he had all of these amazing trophies packed away and in storage. I knew that I wanted to design something to show off Brandstar's accomplishments.
Over the years, this place has produced countless television programs and has been awarded lots of awards. But they've always been understated and hidden away in storage. So my design concept has always been to create a trophy case that will display all the trophies that have been awarded to Mark and to Brandstar. So I decided to call up CARVART Glass.
So I've designed a double-sided, overscaled trophy case in order to help display all of Brandstar's accomplishments. Not only is it the first thing you see when you enter through the reception area, but you can also see the trophies from the other side of the glass wall here in the boardroom.
I think this trophy wall does exactly what I intended it to do. This company works really hard, but you also need to appreciate the work you've done and display your accomplishments. It's been a frenzy of work these past few days on the job site, but our design accomplishments can be seen everywhere. From fabulous acoustic felt material on the walls, to custom series seating in our boardroom, to the high-tech functional seating in the reception room and executive offices, and even our own signature scent.
I love everything. I love the reception desk. I love the furniture. I love the functionality. I love the fact that you can take your phone and you can charge it right here as you're sitting in the lobby. And it's great, so you have everything that you need. And this is just great.
It's always so exciting as a designer to conceptualize something in my mind, put it on paper, and then work with a custom fabricator and watch it be installed. This has been so gratifying working with Eric Arnold over the past several months to create this beautiful reception desk. And I think it's done exactly what I intended it to.
And we have a lot more to add next week when all the technology comes together. We'll be keeping our friends at Complete Integrated Technology and Wiring.com very busy. It's all about design and functionality for a fabulous workspace.